Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott, Culinary Director for Sur La Table, and welcome to On the Table. Today I'm making chicken Milanese. This delicious crispy chicken recipe is a favorite from everyone from kids to adults. Chicken Milanese is made with chicken cutlets, and to make cutlets, you start by splitting a chicken breast in half and then pounding it to an even thickness. So I'm going to take my nice sharp chef's knife with my hand nice and flat, eyeball the center, and with long motions, work my knife back and forth, trying to stay as even as possible. Open this up. When I'm pounding out my chicken breasts, I like to cover with a gallon-size plastic baggie. This is going to help contain any splatter that might happen. And I'm using a meat mallet. I'm using the flat side of a meat mallet. If you don't have a meat mallet, you could use a small skillet or a small saucepan. So I'm going to start kind of in the center, and with light taps, pound it out. Perfect. Now I'm going to do this one. Just make sure that they're even thickness. All right, my chicken is ready to go. Now I'm just going to rearrange my work area because I'm ready to bread. All right, now for the breading, it's a 3-step process. I have all-purpose flour, eggs, and panko breadcrumbs. I'm going to kind of amp up this chicken breading a little bit more with some Parmesan cheese. This is not traditional, but I really like the coating and the little salty punch that it gives. So I'm gonna whisk this in, or just kind of move it around with my fingers. And I'm also going to season all 3 steps with salt and pepper. Now I haven't touched chicken with this hand, so I'm going to use these fingers to grab my salt and pepper. Give each step a season. And now pepper. Great. Whisk this. And now mix my flour, my eggs. Now I'm going to preheat my brazier. I'm using a brazier today, mainly because I always have it sitting on my stovetop at home. This is a super versatile pan. You can saute in it, you can make one-pan meals, you can roast in it, and you can pan fry some chicken cutlets in it. So about medium heat, I'm gonna give a good coating to the bottom with some olive oil. I like olive oil for this because I like the flavor it imparts into the crust. Just enough to coat the bottom. After I'm done frying my chicken, I like to move it to a wire rack lined baking sheet to drain. Okay, last thing before I start frying, I'm gonna season my chicken. Again, I still have a clean hand. Salt and pepper. The chicken. This is going to enhance the flavor of the chicken so that every bite is nice and tasty. And pepper. And now to bread. Now your hands can get a little messy, so watch this dry hand, wet hand method that I have. Grab the chicken with one hand, coat it in the flour. The flour is going to help the egg adhere. So then drop it in, and then with my other hand, turn it around in the egg, like so. Let any excess drip off, and then into the panko, and then back to my dry hand. And then with that dry hand, you're also going to kind of press in that panko cheese mixture. Now into the oil goes. Always drop away from you and lay it in. And now I'm going to repeat this process. And now this is going to go into the brazier. Yeah, 2 fits in here perfectly. You don't want to crowd your oil too much because your chicken will end up steaming instead of frying and getting really crispy. I'm gonna check my chicken and see if it's nice and golden. Ooh, and it is. That is what you're looking for. And because these are cutlets, they're so thin, so by the time both sides are golden brown like this, your chicken will be cooked all the way through. And that one is good to turn as well. It's been a few minutes. I'm gonna check my second side. Oh yeah, that looks great. Onto the wire rack. Oh, and look at that, gorgeous. There you go. My first two are done. Now I'm going to keep breading and frying until they're all done. My chicken is all fried. Now I'm going to prepare my salad. I'm gonna zest some lemon, about a teaspoon. And now I need some juice from this lemon. I'm gonna cut it in half. Just juicing through my fingers to catch any seeds. Great. Now I'm going to add some Dijon. This is a really bright, lemony, and flavorful dressing. I'm gonna give this a little whisk. And I'm going to stream in olive oil while whisking. All right, that is looking good. I'm going to add in some finely grated Parmesan. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Okay, my dressing is now ready. I'm going to add my arugula to this. Just want to kind of lightly toss these. You don't want to bruise the arugula. This is now ready. I'm going to wash my hands and then I'm ready to plate. I'm going to grab a pretty large dinner plate for this. I'm going to take a nice big scoop of the salad, a lemon wedge, and squeeze this lemon over the chicken and the salad. And cut off the little end. Because it's really nice to have that bright, peppery salad with that kind of rich chicken. That was a big bite, and it's never elegant to eat arugula on camera. This chicken is so deliciously crispy, crunchy, and that salad is really bright. This is perfect, and it's sure to become a family favorite. Enjoy.